Hello students, good morning all of you. Today I Rabindra Mohan Misra from Sri Jagdamba Sanskrit College Batho am taking the class of Shastri first. Today we see John Milton as a poet. We have seen the critical appreciation of the given poem. Today we see John Milton as a poet. John Milton, English poet, pamphleteer, and historian, considered the most significant English poet after William Shakespeare. Milton is best known for Paradise Lost, widely regarded as the greatest epic poem in English, together with Paradise Regained and Samson Agonistes. It confirms Milton's reputation as one of the greatest English poets. In his prose works, Milton advocated the abolition of the Church of England and the execution of Charles I. From the beginning of the English Civil Wars in 1642 to long after the restoration of Charles II as a king in 1660, he espoused in all his works as political philosophy that opposed tyranny and a state-sanctioned religion. His influence extended not only through the civil wars and intrigue but also to the American and French Revolution. In his work on theology, he valued liberty of conscience, the paramount importance of Scripture as a guide in matters of faith, and religious tolerance towards dissidents. As a civil servant, Milton became the voice of the English Commonwealth after 1649 through his handling of its international correspondence and his defense of the government against polemical attacks from abroad. John Milton was born in London on December 9, 1608, to John and Sarah Milton. He had an older sister, Anne, and a younger brother, Christopher, and several siblings who died before reaching adulthood. As a child, John Milton attended St. Paul's School, and in his lifetime he learned Latin, Greek, Italian, Hebrew, French, and Spanish. He attended Christ College, Cambridge, graduating in 1629 with a Bachelor of Arts degree and 1632 with a Master of Arts. After Cambridge, Milton spent 6 years living with his family in Buckinghamshire and studying independently. In that time, he wrote on the morning of Christian's Christ Nativity, on Shakespeare, Al Allegro, Al Penseroso, and Lycidas, an elegy in memory of a friend who drowned. In 1638, John Milton went to Europe, where he probably met the astronomer Galileo, who was under house arrest at the time. Milton was a Puritan who believed in the authority of the Bible and opposed religious institutions like the Church of England and monarchy with which it was entwined. He wrote pamphlets on radical topics like freedom of the press, supported Oliver Cromwell in the English Civil War, and was probably present at the beheading of Charles I. Milton wrote official publications for Cromwell's government. After separation for several years, Milton wrote the diverse tracts, a series of publications advocating for the availability of divorce. It was also in 1652 that Milton became totally blind. In 1656, he married Catherine Woodcock. She died in 1658. Near the end of 1659, Milton went to prison because of his role in the fall of Charles I and the rise of Commonwealth. He was released, probably due to the influence of powerful supporters. After his release from prison, Milton married for the third time, this time to Elizabeth Menzel. In 1666, he published Paradise Lost in 10 volumes. It considers it is considered his greatest work and the greatest epic poem written in English. The free-verse poem tells the story of how Satan tempted Adam and Eve and their expulsion from the Garden of Eden. In 1671, he published Paradise Regained, in which Jesus overcomes Satan's temptations, and Samson Agonis, in which Samson first succumbs to temptation and redeems himself. A revised 12-volume version of Paradise Lost was published in 1674. John Milton's career as a poet spans three distinct eras: Stuart England, the Civil War, and Intrigue, including the Commonwealth and Protectorate, and the Restoration. His many works advocate a freedom of conscience and a high degree of civil liberty for humankind against the various forms of tyranny and oppression, both ecclesiastical and governmental. In line with his liberation outcome, Milton wrote Areopagitica, often cited on one of the most compelling arguments on the freedom of the press. His service to the government, chiefly in the field of foreign policy, is documented by official correspondence. The letter of a state, first published in 1694. While Milton's impact as a prose writer was profound, of equal or greater importance in his poetry, Milton used his poetry to address issues of religion and political, the central concern also of his prose, placing himself in a line of poets whose art was an outlet for their public voice and using, like them, the pastoral poem to present an outlook on politics. Milton aimed to promote an enlightened commonwealth, not unlike the polish of Greek antiquity or the cultured city-states in Renaissance Italy. In 1645, he published his first volume of Poem of Mr. John Milton, both English and Latin, much of which was written before he was 20 years old. The volume manifests a rising poet, one who has planned his emergence and projected his development in numerous ways: mastery of ancient and modern languages, Greek, Latin, Hebrew, Italian, awareness of various traditions in literature, and a broad inclination towards the vocation of poet. From the beginning, Milton was an eager student and he learned Latin, Greek, and Hebrew and began to try to write verse. In 1629, he wrote a poem on the morning of Christ's Nativity, his first memorable work, still widely read at Christmas. A few years later, he wrote a Mass which was present in 1634 at Ludlow Castle near the Wales border in the honor of Earl of Bridgewater. In August 1637, a classmate of Milton's, Edward E. King, was drawn, and several of his friends resolved to write poems in his memory and publish a collection of them. Milton was asked to continue. His poem was called Lycidas. Between 1641 and 1660, Milton wrote almost no poetry. This was the time when the English Puritans were setting out to overthrow the English monarchy on the ground that it was levying taxes unlawfully, and to overthrow the England church on the ground that while nominally breaking the Rome with Rome, it had retained many Romish customs such as white gowns of the gowns of the clergy, and that the English church was therefore just as bad as the church or Rome. On one work that Milton wrote but never published was theological treatise called De Doctrina Christiana. It is for the most part a straightforward Protestant theology, but includes some departures from the mainstream position, and Milton carefully labels them as such. First, the most seriously, Milton was an Arian. That is, he believed that the Father exists internally and that he begot the Son, and that the Son then created the physical universe. Thus, the Son is far from being a mere human. He is the second greatest of all things, but he is not co-equal and co-internal with the Father, and is not in the fullest sense God. Since the publication of the Doctrine in 1825, critics have looked for indications of heretical belief in Milton's Paradise Lost and other published works. In 1644, Milton published two pamphlets much admired today.